So Arch4kids comes in, their goal is to help kids engage in problem-solving skills. Very much like STEAM, they want to encourage kids to use problem-solving skills, engineering, technology, science, math, architecture, but they're doing it all through the lens of architecture and engineering and design. Putnam Valley has really gotten into the whole thing with STEAM and STEM, and so our superintendent had found out about them and asked them to come in and work with several of the schools in different capacities to try and get the kids to have some real-world hands-on experiences in that as well. The projects originally started off as a sculpture. So the idea was to have my 3D arts classes design a sculpture that would go in our school courtyard. The sculpture was supposed to be very similar to a sculpture that was donated to our school, the title of it being Aspire. And the students were supposed to take the ideas and be inspired by that sculpture and then create a sculpture of their own, and again, try and get other kids to want to pick their idea. What ended up happening is that the students, when going to the courtyard, realized there was nothing there and it was empty, and to put a big gigantic sculpture in an empty place didn't make sense to them. So as a class, one of the classes was like, we would like to just design the whole thing. It's so ugly, we need to design the whole thing. So it kind of morphed into a sculpture, but into an entire space design. So we were designing the entire outside space, which makes it kind of nice because our school used to just have a very bland hallway a year or two ago, and now we have a great student lounge down there, and the courtyard sits right off of the student lounge. So the students wanted to make that courtyard be an extension of that student lounge that they have.
My class came up with the design by kind of trying to incorporate some of PV's architectural base. It was more of the fact that we wanted a design where it came into the whole mountains of Putnam Valley and the rivers, and we wanted a more natural feel to it.
The students came up with the design by, we all first started with our separate ideas, and then we brought them together and decided which ones we liked the best, and then we collaborated and we put them all into one design.
My class chose to have a gazebo for more of like a nice hangout place, but also outside. We chose a bridge with a pond to symbolize high school being where it's going to take us over into our adulthood, and the pond is just for a nice relaxation moment. And then we have the flower beds to kind of brighten up PV and the high school and everything, and the courtyard. But the flower beds, they have kind of like this river feel to it, so that way it moves more natural with the building, and it ties into the natural feel of Putnam Valley.
We chose to add things that would appeal to different kinds of students that go to this school. Like, for example, we added some games for kids who want to be active, and some places to relax, and maybe do homework for kids who want to spend their time that way. So we basically just added things to appeal to everyone so people can come to this spot.
The design changed not so much. We didn't really have that many bumps in the road. We all had a certain picture and we kind of just stuck to that picture.
The design did change because some of the ideas that we had just didn't work and didn't fit in our overall design that we were going for, so we did have to take some things out. And then after a while we saw our design and we thought, oh, maybe we could add this, and we just added some other things to it.
Our design is special because it's very natural and it's showy, but at the same time not. It's very peaceful and it's somewhere where the kids can just go there and they can hang out, and it's a wonderful place.
Well, our design is special because we have so many different parts to it, as another design might have only like one theme, but ours has so many different elements that still fall under the same theme. We built this model by using different materials, like for example we used cardboard and different fabrics to get all of the different elements correct, and we also had to measure exactly how we had to get it to scale that way.
We built the model using cardboard, paint, tissue paper, cardboard, popsicle sticks, some rocks, and and some marbles, some paper. We chose those materials because we figured it would best describe what we were trying to all put together.
We really enjoyed just collaborating on this project and having all of our ideas come together into one final piece.
It was really fun to see everybody's ideas come together and just tying everybody's ideas into the whole project and seeing everybody's mind. It was really fun to be able to work with my whole class and not just on a project by myself.
Some challenges were trying to decide what to keep and what to possibly eliminate from this design, because there were a lot of things that we ended up realizing just wouldn't really fit into our design and that we had to take away from it. Basically, we just tried to agree on what to keep and what to get rid of, and sometimes people didn't agree on it, but eventually we just compromised and we chose that way.
Trying to not go as big as we wanted to go. A lot of us had really big ideas, and we kind of had to take a step back and say, whoa, that's a little too big, yeah. We kind of just, we just sat there and we figured out what we all liked, but it wasn't too extravagant.
Well, our next steps are we're putting together a Google form so that way kids can start to vote on which design they like the best, which one they think that they would like to see in the courtyard. Hopefully after that we'll get to present it to the board and make steps to start building parts of it over the next year or two.